Someone thought they buried it deep enough to stay, smiled when they told the lie and walked the other way. They looked back once, convinced they'd won, believed the truth would never see the sun. But every lie has a date, my son, when the hiding ends and the wait has come. Every lie has an expiration, a moment when it breaks, when the truth arrives unannounced and all the silence aches. It doesn't knock, it doesn't ask, it tears through every door and leaves behind the wreckage of the life they built before. They thought they buried it so deep no one would ever find. The truth has patience, son, it waits, and it is never blind. They built their house upon the sand of every word they twisted, convinced themselves the foundation stood, that nothing had been missed. But beneath the floorboards, underneath the stone, the truth was growing roots, and it was never truly gone. They smiled through every lie they told, but what they buried started to unfold. Every lie has an expiration, a moment when the ground gives way beneath the weight of what they tried so hard to drown. It doesn't rush, it doesn't warm, it waits for the right hour, then tears through every excuse they made and reveals all their power was borrowed, was stolen, was never truly theirs. And now the truth stands in the room, and no one's left to care. Son, the hardest part of being found out is not the shame, not the public shout. It's realizing the life they built so high can no longer survive, and they can't ask why. Because the weight of everything they tried to hide has finally crushed the walls they built inside. They thought they buried the truth so deep, but truth has a promise it will always keep. It doesn't forget, it doesn't forgive, it just waits until the moment you can no longer live with the lie you've worn like a second skin. And then it arrives and you can't begin to hold it back, to push it down, because truth, my son, wears no crown. It just stands there, quiet still, waiting for the moment you've had your fill of pretending the foundation was ever real. They may have walked away, convinced they had escaped, but every word they buried has slowly taken shape. And to a weight they cannot lift, a debt they cannot pay. The truth was always coming, it just needed a day. Not vengeance, not a cruel design, just the date when the lie ran out of time. Every lie has an expiration, that's the law that cannot bend. You can build your world on fiction, but fiction has an end. Truth doesn't rush, it doesn't shout, it simply waits for you to stand inside the silence and see what you've been through. The lies you told, the lives you bent, the damage you left behind, all of it comes home to find the shelter of your mind. And when it arrives, it doesn't knock, it tears through every wall, leaves you with the wreckage of the world you built so tall. Someone thought they buried the truth deep enough, that no one would ever find it. They smiled when they lied, walked away without looking back, and believed they had won. But the Seven of Swords says every deception carries its own ending. Truth doesn't rush, it waits. And when it arrives, it doesn't knock. It tears through every excuse they ever made. The hardest part isn't being exposed, son. It's realizing the life they built can no longer survive the weight of what they tried so desperately to hide. Every lie has a date of expiration, and when it comes, there is no hiding from the sound of everything falling apart.